What's up, y'all? It's Aisa, not Asia. All right, today, this video is kind of, I guess, like a point of clarification. Over on my other channel, if you follow me on Miss Bushbag, you may have noticed that sometimes I talk about, oh, I was drinking, child, I was drunk over there, and things like that. And it may be in direct conflict with my video about me quitting alcohol cold turkey. Okay, so I believe the year was about 2009. No, I guess it would have to have been 8. Whatever year it was, okay? I had started getting boils. I started getting edema. I think my teeth were failing, and I thought that I may be getting a heart problem based on the edema and things like that. So I got very, very afraid. And at that time, I was drinking psychotically heavily. And when I say heavily, I mean heavily. I mean going through like a one of those gallon things of vodka. I don't even know what the size is called, but it looks kind of like a gallon. Maybe one of those in a day and a half or 2 days, and being passed out when I'm not drinking and waking up drinking, chain smoking, packs upon packs upon packs of cigarettes, and it was just really unhealthy, and I began to think that I would not live very long. So I decided to quit. And because I had already been in some sort of this twist out is doing the most right now, but I had been in some sort of rehab type situations years before that or prior to that. I had been forced into those though. I had known some things about getting over addiction, and I did know that that a lot of people that try to quit drinking or taking drugs, they find another vice. A lot of the time it is cigarettes. So a lot of people wind up dying from smoking related diseases as opposed to alcohol or drug related diseases, which defeats the whole purpose. So I quit everything, and I did do it cold turkey. And honestly, it wasn't very hard. A lot of people have talked to me about it. I had a cousin who was an addict, well, actually 2, and I have an uncle, and he's like, well, he can't be around alcohol, he can't, like he had to go through all of the actual steps and read the books and go to meetings and things like that, whereas I didn't feel the need to do any of those things. I was fine with it. I still went to bars, and I never drank. I never felt pressured to drink. I was chilling there with soda and juice, until it just got kind of boring and I didn't want to do it, which I guess would have happened, naturally anyway. You see me still fiddling with my hair, right? But who's to say? Either way, I was okay with not drinking for about 4.5 years, right? What happened? I believe the date that I had quit, it was either March 2nd or March 3rd. So kind of coming up on or just past the anniversary of me having quit at that point in time when I actually did do that. During that time, like I said, I didn't have a lot of problems with staying away from drinking, but it did, strike me as peculiar on, say, a birthday or just New Year's Eve, like to have a glass of champagne and to feel like I couldn't, because I was going to, lose control. Well, that's what the big book teaches you, is that you'll lose all control, and you'll get on it worse than you were before, and it's going to kill you this time because you're never going to be able to gain control again. And I just didn't feel that way about myself. I had all this control so far, like why would I just psychopathically now just try to kill myself? And I had talked to my friend, my goddaughter's mother, and I was talking to her about that very thing. The thing with alcoholism or addiction, just in general, is that you're supposed to claim that that you do not have any control over this thing. And when you're in the addiction, you really don't have very much control over it. It's a really, really hard thing to get over. But to me, it seemed that not being able to drink at all, even on a special occasion, a glass, a half a glass, a shot, something like that, it seemed like not the alcohol is controlling me on this one end, and the alcohol is still controlling me because I still can't interact as a regular human being who does things sometimes but isn't. So it's still controlling me because it's still either saying you have to have so much or you can't have any. And I didn't like that feeling of not being able to control things. Now that, that could be a flaw. That could be a natural flaw within me of my, weird desire to control things. Or, it might not be a flaw. That's still something that remains to be seen. Or, somebody might just tell me in the comments, no girl, it's you flawed. But either way, at some point, I decided that I did not want to be tied down to this definition, this meaning of whatever, and I just wanted to do whatever the quack I wanted to do, So my first drink was at the LA County Fair. I believe it was 2012. It was in September, and I had a beer. A beer that basically put me on my ass, okay? I got so sleepy immediately after. I could barely walk. I was like, we have to sit down. Like, oh my gosh. I got a beer because first off, I hate beer. So I knew that I wasn't going to, oh my God, I have to have more beer or anything like that. Yeah, and it made me really, really sleepy. It took some time for me to get over that whole drowsiness phase because we weren't going to leave. We just got there. And it wasn't the worst experience. And after that, I began to drink, whenever, randomly, here or there, some of the time. It never got to the point that I was at before. I'm hoping that that I can remain, having this sort of control that I've been having. Who's to say? Maybe the book is right. Maybe at some point I'm going to fail horrifically. But I think I'm doing okay. Now, have I been drunk since I have started drinking again? Yes. Pissy sometimes. And those were also by choice. I have never bought a bottle of vodka and drank the whole entire thing in a day or 2 days or 3 days or any of that. I don't go on drunken blackouts for days at a time. I don't wind up with people who I don't know and in situations where I don't know what happened or what I did or any of those things don't happen to me anymore. That could be age, that could be wisdom, that could be my restraint. Who's to say? Okay. The most that I have been drinking as of late, for the most part, is I have a friend who works at an overnight club. After hours club is the club that you go to after the club. So me and my husband don't actually go to clubs. He wants to, but I don't dance. So I've always just been a person that goes to bars because I like to drink and I like to talk. So the after hours club, my friend sells food there. So my husband drives her there and drives her back, and I help her, set up her table, and we chit chat throughout the middle of the night and leave in the morning. And we'll have some shots. Sometimes during the week, because my husband also takes her to and from work, and he'll be like, come with me so I can, be in the fast lane. The lane that you get to be in when it's more than one person. I can't even remember the name of the word right now. But yeah, so I'll go with him. Might take down shots, but my shots are always a half a shot. Okay, so it's about this much alcohol in a shot glass, which is about this big, and the rest is like a Red Bull. So yeah, I probably take about 2 shots several times during the week, maybe twice. I might go with him to pick her up, and on the weekends we would have a few shots while she's getting ready, and then I'll have a drink when we get to the club. And that's it. It was basically our routine, the thing that we did, and I was doing it, weekly. It was pretty on the regular, which could put you back into a lot of old habits with drinking, especially drinking on a schedule and things of that matter. But actually, I got a new job, and the hours, they gave me hours. Like, they were like, you can choose your hours, but then, like, no, you can't. So the hours that they gave me are actually the wee early morning of the weekend, Saturday and Sunday. So I can't drink, because I'm not going to drink and go to work or be drunk at work or anything like that to jeopardize my money. So I just haven't been doing that. Still not buying. My husband does buy alcohol, but I am not, making a million drinks or anything like that. A nightcap here or there randomly if I don't have anything to do, if I'm not going to be driving. So I feel for myself that I've made the right decision. I feel that I have a hold on it, and I think that logically, me being me, that if I felt like I did not have the control, if I felt myself slipping away from me again, I would stop. I'm actually thinking about stopping because my stomach got fat, y'all. And when I did P90X, I wasn't drinking, and things seemed to work out better. I've done fitness challenges since I have been drinking, and it's been a lot harder. And I think it's the sugar that I mix the alcohol with, okay? Because I can't drink straight alcohol because yuck. And the liquor itself has calories, although a lot less than a sugary tasty drink. So I'm toying with that just for the sake of having abs, because your girl wants some abs. But yeah, that's my story. That's how I got off the wagon. I didn't know if it was off or on, but I believe the wagon is supposed to be a water wagon. So I had gotten on the water wagon, and now I'm off the water wagon. That's how I got off the wagon. That's my story. That's my truth. That's what I'm sticking with. Let me know if you guys have any experiences with something like this, whether it be alcohol addiction or any other type of addiction. Were you able to overcome it? Do you know of anybody who was able to successfully reincorporate the thing that they were addicted to back into their lives in a healthy way? I think of it kind of similar to people with eating disorders, binge eating, overeating sort of diseases, where eating or overeating, like, it is a disease. It is uncontrollable for you. But because food is a necessity, you do have to still eat, but you have to learn to do it in a better way, where it isn't connected to your emotions per se. You know what I mean? So if you do get what I'm saying, and like I said, if you know anybody or you have experienced anything like this, then let me know in the comments. If you think that I'm absolutely wrong and I'm blowing smoke and I am giving people false hope, you can let me know that too. Please do so respectfully though. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And until the next time, I love you guys, and I can't wait to talk to you again. Bye. Thank y'all so much for watching. While you're here, check out my previous video. I also have a gossip, rant, and review channel. Swing by and check me out there. Or you can go by my fitness channel and check out some of my workouts. Don't forget to subscribe.